Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode of Swan's channel. My name's Fixxitt. Hey, Swan.
Hey.
So we've been playing Villagecraft together for several months now, and I was talking to Swan, who just got a new computer. I can't wait to hear about it, actually, and said, hey, why don't you come on the realm, and, you know, we'll do a little look-see, and I'll show you around, show you what we've done and stuff. And then as I sort of thought about it, I thought, well, this is probably going to take a few minutes because the realm's pretty large at this point. We've been going for about 6 months or so. So we may split this into some episodes. I'm going to kind of watch the time. So, what do you want to do? About 20 minutes, something like that?
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Okay, cool. Well, do you want me to just jump right in?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, this is Spawn right here. Now,
Okay.
the way the world started, we had been playing modded, me and a couple of my friends, and then I just sort of got the gumption to do something that is going to last basically forever, or, you know, quote unquote forever, for like a really long time. Modded, you know, what sucks is you finish a mod pack and then that's it. You can't continue the world. So this should go as long as I play video games is sort of my plan. So we're just building out and out and out and out. This town is called Travail. It's the first town we did, and I should say we used birch and cobble as the palette, and it's jarring. You agree?
Yeah, I don't really care for birch all that much.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Swan, are you using the new texture pack that I did?
I completely forgot to change to that.
So yeah, so
My
it'll be less jarring if you have that up, I think. So I have a texture pack that we all use on the realm, and it's a compilation texture pack. I've done a couple of the textures. Largely I've borrowed from BOO or from Welknight or from the Middle Earth Minecraft or John Smith, and a lot from Conquest. But I've taken the Conquest
a lot nicer,
and I've reduced the Conquest down to 16 bits, so you kind of keep that natural sort of vanilla Minecraft feel. Obviously, we're in creative mode. Every single thing, every block has been placed in survival. So, yeah, let's just go take a quick look at Travail. We're not going to spend very much time here because it is... Well, look, it's our first town, so we had no supplies. We had nothing at all, so everything we did was just sort of what we had, and we started in a birch forest, so thus the birch. Yeah, but this is... So the way we're doing this world is there are 4 different sizes of communities. 0 to 10 people is called a hamlet. 10 to 100 is called a village. 100 to 1,000 is called a town, and 1,000 plus is called a city. So... this is a village, which is like it's like under 100, but a lot more than 10 people. And if you just kind of fly around, you just take a look. I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time here, but we have some slums over here, some bridges and all that kind of stuff. There is there's not a lot to show. We're not going to even bother going in any building, but every building is functional, and most buildings have interiors. So make your way over to the port here, because
this is a very interesting building.
Yeah,
I actually like it. It's a little bit abstract, but it looks
slope?
good. Yeah,
yeah, that is built by one of the guys who used to play with us, DNA, and he was trying to go. I kept encouraging him, just go outside your box, man, and he did. He did. That area over there is there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of like half done projects, as with any sort of Minecraft world, but
yeah.
So follow me over to the docks, and we decided every city should have a #1 export, and this town is going to be a farming community, and we'll come back here in a minute and I'll sort of show you where the farms are and where they're going to be. Obviously the wheat field over there, but there's going to be a lot more. But before we get there, so we decided to have a rule. This world is at war with the Nether. That's the idea. That's the thought process. So the zombie pigmen are invading, so we're not allowed to use the Nether for travel or for anything like that. So what we came up with is using these boats to travel. So if you just come in here through the magic of a command block, the only things that were not placed in survival are these command blocks. So just step on the pad and you will be transported to Port Bray, which is going to be the main port of the entire realm. Basically every city, every major town is going to have a boat here that you can come from, like, you know, from one boat and then get on another boat and take it there. And this we just started fairly recently. It's pretty new.
That is a very interesting use of a command block. I never would have thought of that. It actually makes it really cool.
We thought it, like, I want every single town is connected by roads, and that's a rule. So you have to connect every town by a road. But there's some reality of if you need to go get one piece of sugarcane, you don't want to ride your horse for 20 minutes for it. So we came up with the fast thing. So there's 3 religions. This is a Church of the End, one of the 3. They worship the End, the Enderman, the Ender Dragon, that kind of stuff. That thing over there is going to be a mountain. That's going to be where a castle is. So we're going to hand make a mountain over there. That's going to take some time, but I thought, so the deal is with this, if you want to go repair your tools, every town has its own Church of the End. So if you believe hard enough in the Enderman, then you stand here on these glass, even though there's lava below you, and push a button. So go ahead and you can do that. And then you are teleported to here. This is, oh, shoot. Did you get teleported?
It did not work with me.
Go in, just fly up and hit.
Yeah,
I didn't think about it. You can't go 2 at a time. My fault. I forgot. So the way the command block is it's at player teleport. So because 2 of us went, I was the closest one to the command block randomly. So yeah, so here you are. You're in an end, like in a void, in a recreation of the End Temple. Now, right now, that's not going to be the forever teleport place. Where that is going to teleport you to is build height straight above us. So, we found an end. We quarried this entire area out. It's the biggest project I've ever done in vanilla. But if you fly straight up from the
so this is all in the overworld.
Yeah,
huge.
We're all in the overworld. Yeah,
that's insane.
So we dug out the entire thing by hand, which got a lot of help. And this is going to be the main tower of the End religion. It's going to go up to build height, and that's where you're going to teleport. You're going to teleport right to the top of that, and then you have to take the leap of faith to fall into the End portal, which is, you're going to fall about 230 blocks or so. So yeah, this is my pet project that I've been working on a lot recently.
This is just a bunch of detail, and it looks really, really good.
I'm kind of working on learning how to detail like this. This is not really my normal building style, but I'm kind of figuring it out slowly here.
Yeah.
But eventually, we'll do this. This will be basically, this is its own kingdom. It's all in this one building. So, if you're not in creative, you can't take these teleports because you will fall directly into the portal. But since we're a little cheaty, we can do it for right now. And so follow me around, and we'll take the road to the next. Let me think which way I want to go. Where do you want to go? Sand or greenery village?
The sand one looked really cool last time I saw it.
All right, let's do that
on video. So
yeah, again, everything's connected by roads, and normally, we have to either. We're never in creative, so we have to either elytra or take horses. And for a long time, we were just taking horses. But and we die pretty frequently from building big things and falling. So, yeah, we still have to keep going back to take horses until we find a new elytra. All right. So small phone interruption later. Okay. So this is the city of Sandrascu. Now the deal is it's one of the independent kingdoms. I'll get more on that maybe in part 2 here, but, this is a prison for the entire world, the entire realm. They can all send their prisoners here. And once they just drop them off, they boat them in, actually, is how. So if you follow this river and you go down through, the idea is you get boated off as a prisoner into this little area. And then you're unloaded, and then you're taken off and you're given jobs. And we have sort of like buildings that are dedicated to all that stuff. Now, if you are, say you're old or you're, I don't know, crippled. It's a prison, and it's run by this guy named King Croc. We have a wiki. Did I mention that? We have a wiki that has all the lore that we keep writing for this whole thing. So, it's run by this guy, King Croc. So, and he's terrible. He's he's a brutal king. So, if you're deemed like you can't help the community, then you're marched into this tower here. And let me just say, things aren't going to go well. So, unfortunately, you have to walk up. You can't fly. So, you go up these stairs. Are you behind me?
Yes.
Okay. You go up these stairs, and you are taken. Well, more stairs. Yeah. This was a good bit of building. Yeah, so you're taken into the the jail cells, basically to die. That's the plan. So you're taken in here, and what this is, I'm really proud of this. This is our mob spawner, for the realm. So you're put in these jail cells, and somewhere around 90 seconds or so, the water kicks on, and you are washed down to die. And I'll show you. And then we have a big collection thing down the bottom. So I wanted a mob spawner. Obviously, you have to have one if you're doing a vanilla realm. But I didn't want to just build a big tower in the sky, right? I wanted to have like a lore there. They just got washed down. I should tell you the mechanics of this kind of suck. So because some of these are in different chunks across chunk boundaries, if you fly in while the redstone's going off, then what happens is, see, it gets reversed. Like this one's on, it should be off.
You in your video, you had to fix that with a few of them.
Yeah, so I mean, you fix it, and then the next time you fly in, if the redstone happens to be going off, it messes up again. But we got 3 floors of this mob spawn, and it puts out a ton of drops. So if you just go down this little stairway, I'm not really happy with the palette here with the birch on the floor. I might change that out at some point. And then down this ladder. Yeah, you'll see where the mobs fall. They're all washed down into there. And yeah, and they just get washed down to their death. I'll show you we did Captain Dowie, who's a really nice builder on the realm. I am stuck or something. There we go. Did a really nice collection room down here. Because, man, that's beyond me. I've never made one of those. So come into this little hut. This is an AFK Fisher. Now, on Realms, one of the downside of Realms is that you have to be fishing or it will kick you for being idle too long, and you can't change the game rule, which is a drag. So we have AFK Fishers almost everywhere. Even if you're not really fishing for stuff, you're at least just staying present. So you'll get all the drops.
Yeah, you're at least AFK so you can get some stuff.
Yeah. So this is our collection, and it's like, I mean, it's pretty serious. So basically all the time you're building here, you're just getting tons and tons and tons of drops, particularly bones and gunpowder are the 2 things that we need the most of. But yeah, like a lot of this is full. And she has a disposal place and everything where they go. It's pretty funny. When it goes off, you just see like I don't know, 50 or 60 maybe mobs fall down. Eventually what we're going to do is we're going to separate all the armor and bows and swords and stuff into a separate place. And that's going to go into an arena so you can get armed with completely random gear for fights. Oh, here they go. Yeah, they just fall into their death. So go into spectator mode. Game mode 3. We can just fly out of here because it takes a minute.
Oops. Wrong number. There we go.
Yeah, and the most recent thing I did is the green and white building just outside the castle. And that's just a cactus farm. It's a really simple, regular, generic, vanilla cactus farm. But I need a lot of green dye for the end temple because I'm doing a lot of green concrete powder there. So I needed something because I've been building here a lot, these little towns. But let me show you the town. I love the atmosphere here. For me, it's one of my favorite builds just because like when you're walking through town, it really feels like you're there. I think.
It definitely looks like an actual town. I like how none of the buildings really look the same.
Yeah.
It keeps it a little bit more used looking, I think.
That's exactly what I'm always striving for. It's like, I always say this in my videos. You probably heard me drone on about it. But like Star Wars, when Star Wars came out, it was like the first really popular movie series that came out as a lived-in universe. Like there was like dust on stuff that, like other ones wouldn't have dust on a computer. It would be brand new. That's what I'm going for here. I'm going for a lived in universe. Like I want holes in walls and mistakes and problems. And like, this is another Church of the End. So you can come right through here and get teleported and repair your tools and stuff. Just another sort of leap of faith sort of situation. What I learned is, funny enough, I wanted to leave this open so you could just walk up and jump in. Oh, that's a mistake. I wanted to leave this open, but what happened is mobs must have fallen in, and it will find wherever you are, whoever the nearest player is, and it will teleport you. So I was just randomly building, and I would get teleported to the end. So I had to seal it off and put the glass there, but it works. Let's get rid of this stuff. Anyway, so that's the Andrascu. So do you want to cut here? I have roughly 20 minutes and then come back for another, see a couple more areas?
That could work.
All right. Well, so this is part 1 of, I don't know, maybe 2 or maybe 3 series, and we'll see you guys next episode.